7, 1.
3 in favor.
3 in favor, 7 opposed, 1 abstention. Motion fails. Motion does not pass.
Thank you.
So that means that we're going to remain in compliance with our current bylaws, which is posting at 5 locations. In addition, we do post on the website, and we do post on the early notification system already, and on Facebook. And now that we have our corresponding secretary, we will get our stakeholder list together, and it will be emailed out to all stakeholders as well. Did you have a question?
For all the committees, I live near Barrio Action and the Senior Center. So please feel free to email me the agenda, and I'll be more than happy to post it for you.
Wow.
Just please.
For the general board one as well?
All the meetings, I don't mind, just let me know the time in advance, and I'll be more than happy to post it at those locations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
That was at Senior Center and Barrio Action. Thank you, Angela. Nick, go ahead.
I've done it
Nick?
3 times.
So I'd also like to say, if there's anyone that needs help posting at the Cal State location, we could do that. And I would also encourage the board members to contact Barrio Action, the library, any of the posting locations, and see if they can get a relationship going. And maybe you could just email them, and they can post for you as well if you don't have the time.
I have a comment on that.
Regarding the Cal State location, I do just want to clarify that we have been posting there, and we've been posting on the bulletin board that's located on Lansdowne and Eastern. So I think for actual posting on the campus, you needed approval. That took quite a bit of time. So that's where we've been posting in that area. So if you can post it there.
Approval.
If you can get
Yeah, it goes through our office. It goes through ASI.
okay, so you'd be able to get the approval and get it posted up there. Great.
Just wanted,
Mr. Chavez.
in terms of Cal State LA, you just can't post anywhere anymore like in the old days when I was there. You know, they're very strict. Even then, you still have to go to the police and get a permit. Maybe now you have to go somewhere else, but you can't just go and pin it anywhere.
The student government
I
we're
know
a part
that.
of, that we're the ones that handle it, so
Yeah.
we're fine.
We have ends now, Mr.
Where do you post it when you do post it?
We have
You have
kiosks
kiosks.
around campus.
Yeah.
Well, they have several of these places where you can post them. So where do you post it in all of them?
Because
No, where have you posted them?
Oh, we haven't been on.
I told you, we've been posting at the bulletin board, the community
You're
bulletin
gonna start
board.
posting at Cal State LA?
That's what they're saying.
I'm asking.
That's what they're saying, that they can.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
That isn't it, if you can do it. The question is, are you doing it?
They're volunteering to
Or it's
do
gonna
it,
be
yes.
done?
For the meetings that
So-
we weren't in charge of, we weren't in charge of posting notifications.
Yeah. So Ruben, let me clarify. They've been posting in one location. What we're offering to do is post on all of the kiosks
Oh.
throughout the university.
Super.
Because where they're posting is only in one location,
Right,
probably by the
right.
criminal justice
I love
building.
that. Wow, that's super.
No, our location is actually down in the community, not even on campus, but,
Can I say
right, but that's great. I think I had Augie next, and then you're next, Michelle. Go ahead, Augie.
Posting, I know from Eastern to Huntington Drive, the majority of all the owners of the stores, they will let me post anything I want to in their stores, so we go with that.
Thank you, and Michelle?
I can help with El Suena Library. If any chair from the committee needs it posted, I can swing through there easily.
Great, so I will clarify that our bylaws are gonna remain intact with 5 posting locations. I've actually been posting at 6 because there is a little bit of discrepancy as far as what's on the general board agenda and what's on the letterhead. The locations are the El Sereno Senior Citizen Center here, El Sereno Recreational Center across the street, and that's usually been on the gym door. And there's also a bulletin board inside, but then when the door is closed, when the gym's locked, it's not accessible. The library, Rose Hill Recreational Center, and the other 2 have been Barrio Action and University Hills, which could either be Cal State or that community bulletin board. Okay?
One comment, in terms of the recreational center here on Eastern, if you post it, as you just mentioned, on any of the doors, that door or that door, it's really invalid because, as you mentioned, they close it and then no one sees it. What we've done over the years It's posted right on the wall.
By the
When door
pole?
opens on the wall, and
Oh.
I've never had any complaints from even the people that work there and get paid and seen us doing, they never say anything.
I post on the outside of the door, so when it's
On the
closed,
wall.
right, and then there's a bulletin board inside.
Yeah.
Oh, no, just on the door, but on the outside,
So I don't
so,
do the doors because when they close the doors, no
no,
one sees it.
on the outside, so when it's closed, it's still there.
Yeah, but if you put it on the
When
outside.
it's open, they
the
can't
doors
see
are
it, but it's
open,
on the
nobody
bulletin
sees it.
board.
This is the problem we had at Rose Hills when Mr. Manzano was posting in the doors, and I brought it to his attention. Then we got it to post them right where their bulletin board is at the Rose Hills Recreational Center. Is that right, Mr. Manzano? We have the same problem at the eastern area. You have to not post it on the doors at all, inside or out, because when the door is open, if it's on the outside, it's against the wall. When the door closes, nobody sees it because it's inside. So you have to glue them on the wall outside, next to the door, right next to the door where people will see it. And that's what we do. Like Cynthia and I have gone and posted them there at nighttime.
So I'll continue to post in University Hills.
Okay, okay, at the bulletin board, thank you. Okay, we gotta move on to the next item on the agenda. Thank you, everybody, for that. Item 11 is discussion and possible action as follow-up to the LA32 board retreat on July 14th, 2014, on update on LA32 committee's goals and objectives. So there was a couple of board members that weren't in attendance at this special retreat meeting where we discussed expectations from the committees. And we discussed and agreed that the committees are going to put in place some measurable goals for the year. That would be quarterly goals. And we passed out this handout that talked about measurable goals and what is a measurable goal. In short, is something that you're trying to attain that can be measured. So it would be like the outreach committee might say by the first quarter, we want to increase our stakeholder database by 20 people. That's measurable. Did you reach 20 people? Did you not? In addition, I did ask that one of the goals could and or should include a set time and location for, at least a set time, date and time for the committee meetings. Your goal can also be to have a certain number of meetings in a quarter that you're going to try and reach. You could start off with some easy goals, and we do need reporting on these goals at the end of each quarter. It's up to the chair and the committees to come up with their goal. The first one was actually supposed to be submitted by the next meeting, October. So anybody, committee who hasn't had a meeting, I might ask that you do get a meeting prior to then, get a vote with your committee, and get at least one measurable goal that you're going to submit in October to us. I will send out an email reminder on this with some clarification and with this attachment. Is there any questions?
So we will be receiving that.
Yeah, I'll send this out tomorrow morning. Or tonight, depending. Most likely tomorrow.
Do you want to know goals that we already have set right now, or do you want to work through them?
I'd like them, I think I'm going to ask for them in writing or report it on, put it as a report on next month's agenda. But yeah, I know that some committees already have and have set their goals, so appreciate that. Anybody else? Okay, moving on. Item 12. Oh, do we have more speaker cards? No, no. Discussion and possible action to approve the use of inventory checkout forms created and submitted by the Budget and Finance Committee. I don't believe it's attachment M, but it is an attachment. Do you have a number in it? Attachment number B. This is what we'd like to do here is get anybody who's going to take equipment out of the public storage, we need to know who's checking it out. This is a way for us to maintain our inventory without having to go back searching for where the items are, which is a problem that we were faced with when we took over this board. So this is the form that we're suggesting that was put together by the Budget and Finance Committee. And thank you for your work on that. If you guys could just go over the form and see if you have any questions, concerns, anything that you think needs to be amended on it. Did you have something to say? Go ahead, Michelle.
If, for example, like the laptops, we would put the date for a year or 2 terms, because we're gonna be holding the laptops for that long, you know what I mean? So it would be a longer date, you know?
Right.
Or for every time we're gonna, a committee wants to use the projector or the camera or the camcorder, they check it out and then they just, you know, return it.
What's the time frame for the check? Do you have an established time frame? Is it like a week, 3 days?
Whatever day, you know,
So you're gonna
like the next day, yeah, work it out, you can say, you know what, the event is on a Saturday night, I'll bring it to you, I'll bring it Monday.
So it will vary?
Yeah, it'll vary.
Right, I mean, I think a reasonable amount of time, and if it's not returned within a reasonable amount of time, I'd say a few days to a week, then we have to follow up with that person and say, where's the item?
We'll send SWAT afterwards.
Are we asking for suggestions?
Is there any suggestions or changes that you'd like to see on this
I
form?
just want to have this at the bottom where it says items being checked out are only not for personal use, so I'm kind of confused. There's maybe a word missing there, or
Items being checked out are only,
not for personal use, only,
Our
In other words, you can't have it for your
Yeah.
quinceañera.
yeah, I know, but there's some word.
well, we could just
We can check
remove
it out
the
for
word
the-
only. Items being checked out are not for personal use.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Thank you.
So we're gonna remove the word
Strike
only,
out
Only, yes, yes.
okay? Thank you.
Wild parties.
Yeah, have parties at the-
We do have a fog machine, yes?
We do have
Capricia?
a I do.
How will this work for if they want, if someone wants, for instance, to record their meeting, and then for it to be uploaded onto the Facebook page, you know, the pictures, or they would like their video that they recorded to be uploaded to the YouTube page? How will that work out with them holding it for a time? And is there an approval that needs to happen when someone wants something, like for the purposes of what they're taking pictures of or what they're posting?
That's LA32 business, so it's okay.
Right.
I think any of
The committees, I think, I mean, not I think, but any of the committees should have the right to post their events, pictures on the website, but I would think that that control needs to remain with you as the vice president. So when they return the items, they need to specify to you if they need something uploaded. Obviously, like if it's a video, it's not going to be edited, it would just be a straight upload. If it's pictures and they only want certain ones in, that could get a little...
The pictures that they don't want there?
They should delete, yeah, I would, that would be the only way, actually.
Because my question is, why not the entire board have access to the Facebook if they want to put pictures, you know?
You're only allowed to have 3 administrators.
No, you could not administrate.
Whose rule is that?
No, isn't it a Facebook policy that you can only have 3?
Mm,
Or a set number of administrators you can have for any set page?
No, you can have as many.
Yes, that's what you gotta go with.
There's two different, there's an
And just like the
administrator-
website.
You have 10?
I've had 10 before.
Yeah,
We
you
had
can have a
slate
lot.
when we ran for school, and I mean, our slate page is still up, we have like 10 administrators on there, there's 10 people on our.
Well, I mean, at this point, on our Facebook,
Well, just
anybody,
because it doesn't say on
I
the
mean,
policy.
apparently
that
anybody
we
can
cannot
post on our
have
Facebook.
any of us.
I've never tried, so.
I think that's something that we would need to work out.
Okay, I apologize, I'm probably speaking out of turn, it's probably not directly.
No, you're not, you're
No, it's somewhat related, but
It's related.
That was a good point, that's an excellent
Bring it up at
point.
the executive committee meeting.
Okay.
yeah, I think something needs to be put in place. That would probably have to be on the standing rules, or I would suggest it would go in there. As far as administrative rights, how many people, and how are we going to handle uploading and videos? Maybe committee chairs can have those rights. I don't even know if we want to explore the idea of all sharing the same rights if it's limited to 3. I mean, there's got to be a certain level of trust amongst board members. Angela?
Who's going to keep track of the inventory items? The form. Which committee? Who's going to be responsible on making sure that they're checked back? that they're working, because I understand some of our equipment is not insured.
Sergeant
So,
of Arms.
is it insured?
Are the items insured?
Yes.
No. They're
Okay,
not
so my concern would be is to make sure that the equipment, when it's returned, it's functioning. So who's gonna be responsive on making sure of that?
Would you like to do it?
That's something else that
You can initiate yourself.
That's Sergeant of Arms.
Sorry.
That's something else that we have to put in place in the standing rules. I think for now, you know, there may even have to be, or maybe a committee, like, I know there was some sort of a ad hoc committee created before, right, for inventory?
Yes, there was.
The other was,
Maybe
and then we
standing
don't
committee?
have, do we have an inventory list already of all the equipment who has that inventory list?
Like I said it before, all of that's transparency in the treasure book right here.
Okay, great.
And
Are you able to
you
email it to all of
actually
us?
seen it in the past, and June looked at it. So I updated it with all the new things that were purchased, and I mentioned that the last time that it's in that book.
Thank you. Are you able to email that over to us? Can you email it?
Oh,
Great.
yes, yes,
Thank
please.
you.
Yes.